Peace, quickly. Think fast. Remember to get deeper into the knowledge whenever we're doing our research on a book level, you know, because everything is about a balance, bring in information from a non-book level, straight raw inner information, and then, from books and, lectures and things of this nature, you could also get insight from, which again, as long as you're being guided by your inner guidance, whether it's straight, clear cognizant, within you, or whether it's a lecture or, again, a book that you were led to by your inner guidance, you know what I'm saying? But just remembering to read the books that the author of the books are reading themselves, Rhonda Byrne in this book, The Secret, is one of the best examples for everybody, because I think at this point everybody's familiar that, all she did was take one or two or maybe one of the Hermetic principles out of the full seven, took one and packaged it as The Secret, a secret law of attraction to manifest things, and that's where, these things come into play, where you realize, like, all right, with a lot of the information that get promoted, on mainstream, and it's not to say, if I see a person that's mainstream, or, that's getting, a lot of publicity, then everything they saying is wrong. That's not, what's going on. It's just understanding that they're being promoted because maybe they are not telling the full truth, or the whole truth. Which, again, this information still could be used to your advantage, you know what I'm saying? Knowing what you're doing with it, The Rhonda Byrne situation, not so much, but I think about, like, Deepak Chakra or Eckhart Tolle books, but, like, definitely an Eckhart Tolle book, The Power of Now, you got to go back and read all kind of other literature. Like, you probably have to read books, I say have to, but, reading books on Carl Jung and synchronicity, I love it. I know I'm doing a great job whenever something comes in. Anyway, reading the books, of the authors. And matter of fact, I think about the book Celestial Ship of the North. He has a lot of references. One of his biggest reference points would be it's two Gerald Massey books that he referenced a lot. And Gerald Massey brought up a lot of, debunked a lot of that, Egyptology type of stuff, and, just showing Kemet in the connection with, the melanated peoples. When the Egyptian thing come in there, then you get the whitewashing of the information, literally and figuratively speaking, But just making sure, looking at the literature that will lead you to writing a book like that, like even the Four Agreements, what Miguel Ruiz read in order to, have this, like, I'm gonna write the Four Agreements. That was some literature that he read that inspired his book. You know what I'm saying? So just making sure that we checking out the literature behind the literature, so to speak. What Carl Jung say he was reading, or Aldous Huxley say he was reading, whenever they read, things of this nature. Because for myself, even though I'm not a big fan of PDF reading, I've been, getting it in on my Celestial Ship of the North, and then another little book I'm about to hop in, and they on my PDF. But it's like, but the information from it is just so insightful. In most cases, you get aha moments from books more likely than other things, because the literature, may be very unique. But more so too, Celestial Ship of the North is a book that was banned in '93, so most people are not familiar or popularizing this book. As a matter of fact, Pascal Beverly Randolph, another one, he started the Rosicrucians in America, melanated brother, even was a consultant for our matter of fact, Abraham Lincoln went to him to like consult about certain little things as well, you know. And he was basically like the father of sex magic in essence, you know, are dealing with it and reconnecting with it within this close, you know, time frame, so to speak, you know, in this latest century, so to speak, you know, revamping that energy. But, you know, checking out information on him, you know, Rudolf Steiner is another one. You know, if you know anything about Bobby Hemmett, Rudolf Steiner is brought up a lot. You know, Cosmic Memory is one I'm about to hop in, and it taps into, if I could recall like that, just the atmosphere and the energy of the Atlanteans and Lemurians, and that whole little switch from there to Kemet, you know, basically. So Rudolf Steiner, Rudolph, RUDOLPH, Steiner, STEINER, or STIE, either one, but Rudolf Steiner. Said Gerald Massey, GERALD, Massey, MASSEY. The Celestial Ship of the Nard book I have, and you could send me a send me a message on my Instagram, or send me a email, you know, to bring that to my awareness. But just let me know. I also got, which I'm still getting into, matter of fact, and shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Shout out to Brother Panic and the video he did lately. Straight sauce, straight work. Like, you know, definitely check that out. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Celestial Ship of the Nard. And then you also got Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant used to be in the OTO, and then kind of ended up getting pushed out because he was kind of keeping it real about Set and Sid Typhon's connection with the melanated people and that whole little vibe. You know, again, because it's information that they was trying to scare, like the whole aspect was them trying to scare, you know, melanated people, or what they call black people, from this information. So they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, learn about their own shit, you know. But Kenneth Grant was, you know, leaving those little breadcrumbs, and then later, you know, after kind of, I think he got banned or kicked out of America, something of that nature. And he wrote a book called Polaria, Gift of the White Stone, which I gotta get. That's my next little grab. But Polaria, Gift of the White Stone by W.H. Mueller. W.H. Mueller is the pen name he used because he couldn't use his name, Kenneth Grant. And you know, from what I researched and I heard Bobby Hemmett say, like he came into New Mexico, you know, just to drop that book, you know, because he was, I think, in London, England, somewhere. You know, he couldn't, you know, kind of like on some Banned from America vibes. But you know, when we come across a book and we see the author, like, you know, wonder what that. And then sometimes too, what I start doing is, like, when I finish some of them books, you know, see what other books they connected to a reference. But, and you notice though, like, most of those self-help books are not heavily referenced. You know, like, say for instance, that Celestial Ship of the Nard, bro, is heavily referenced. Like, they're like, ooh, this from BP, H.P. Blavatsky, Isis Revealed book, or, you know, it's like all these different books. As a matter of fact, let me see if I got some quotes in here. I think about another one too, something with astrology. Let's see if it pops up while I'm looking through here. No, I don't see it. But it's some M.A. Mackey or something like that. Astrological something, but it's an astrology book. Don't quote me, I forgot the brethren's name. But his information is quoted a lot in the Celestial Ship of the North as well. But that's basically it, you know. Just wanted to quick think fast. Because what's funny, I did a video like this a while back and ended up erasing it, you know, on some uh, again, going through my little energies, because I erased it, like, because that aspect of me that was like, oh, it's all about, not getting, but, like just inner knowledge, was trying to like sabotage that other aspect. Again, you start to see is a balance in how one polarity could try to sabotage the other polarity within your being. That's the whole aspect of the spiritual warfare that's going on. It's all inside you. Polarity is trying to battle it out. But yep, that's basically it. So, and that's what I was gonna say. You notice that, like the book The Secret and all these different things are not heavily referenced. Like, oh, I got this from Carl Jung's Codex #1 in the Nag Hammadi scriptures. Like, you don't see. Matter of fact, Jean Dorés is another one. And matter of fact, check out my. This is gonna be in this playlist, but check out my full book Gnosis playlist. Because I got a few videos where I sit and just name certain books as well. Some of them I have read, some of them I've yet to read. Some of them I probably wouldn't ever read, but know that, it would have some, like I say, useful information. Because with anything, it's all about take what resonate, leave what don't at the end of the day. But that's basically it. Peace, y'all. Happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. And also remember, we're going to be writing our own books as well. You know what I'm saying? Like tapping into our own inner information and bringing forth, things that haven't been talked about in this lifetime. That is real, that is a part of what's really going on, but nobody's really talking about it or have any literature on the subject. So, there's always that gateway or that opening or that window open, as well for the new authors. But peace, y'all.